Hi guys, welcome back to DIY Like a Pro. I'm Sam, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a cat house. It's actually kind of like a cat tree. I've got a slightly bigger cat than the average, about 15 pounds or so. Lots of fur. So it's a lazy Sunday. I don't really get a lot of lazy Sundays, and I guess today's probably no difference. I figured since I've been cleaning my shop for the last little while, trying to get it better than it's been, that I would kind of work on a project being a cat house. And so today I'm going to show you how to make your cat a cat house if for some reason they don't make a big enough cat house on the market for your cat. So it's going to start with a design. We'll show you how to start with the design, and then we'll show you the build.
Start by doing a quick sketch, 3D if you can. And then you'll want to draw a cut diagram so you know which pieces are where and how to cut the piece of wood the most efficient way. I'm using MDF, and I forgot that MDF comes standard at 49 inches by 97 inches. So I'm actually cutting this piece down because the rest of my lumber is a different size. I made a mistake when I was measuring, and I forgot that MDF is 1 inch bigger on either side. So now I have to cut it down. Oops.
Now that you've got your design, it's time to go shopping. So what I did was I actually made all my measurements of what all the different pieces were going to be and what I was going to need for it. So that obviously you want to go shopping only once. You don't want to get started and then go out to the store again. I actually got all my stuff cut from the store, which makes it a lot easier to get it in your car if you don't have a truck. I happen to have a truck, but I'm just not a huge fan of setting up my table saw to rip a 4x8 sheet by myself. So I've got one sheet of MDF, some small twine or rope. I've got some bolts to hold the whole thing together. I've actually got some leveler feet as well, just in case your floors are a little unlevel. Then we've got some carpet here to carpet certain areas. Then I've also got these tubes here that are male tubes. We've got those for the supports in between, and we've also got this 2x4 here that I'm going to cut down slightly to slide into the tubes. So as I go, I'll just kind of show you how we're going to do everything, and the whole project with the tubes and everything else. It wasn't all purchased at the same place, but your average lumber store will have most of this. And then I went to Staples for the tubes. Cost me about $180. That's including taxes. So it's not bad. It's about what I paid for our previous cat house that the cat almost never uses.
Now I'm just going to start marking out my doorway so my cat can get inside. When you're finished marking out the door, you're going to want to drill some pilot holes straight through the lumber. That way, it'll make it easier when you get into the jigsaw. When you're finished with a jigsaw, we're going to clean up the edge with a router, or you can use sandpaper if you don't have a router. Make sure your piece is clamped to the table while you're using the router. I didn't clamp it while I was using the jigsaw because I needed to move it around a lot. Although you don't have to glue all your pieces together, gluing always makes it stronger. Here you can see me use my 90-degree angle clamping jig that allows me to keep my project at a perfect 90-degree angle while I'm drilling my counter sink and setting my screws. I always like to take my measurements, sometimes twice, just in case there's a mistake. I usually like to mark a center line in the material that I will be drilling into for thickness so that I don't drill too far through one side of the material. Now it's time for the carpet. We cut out a whack of scenes on the carpet because the stapler wasn't working properly and I wanted to kill it. And after I coached it through problems it was having, it finally started working again. Hooray, stapler. Part when all your hard work comes to life. Start assembling your cat house. I'm using double-sided tape for the roof portion of the house because I don't have anywhere to tuck it and I don't want it to move around when the cat jumps on and jumps off. You can pick this stuff up at just about any store that sells carpet. It's really sticky stuff, so make sure you get the carpet on there in the right place the first time. Now it's time for our posts. We've already cut them down to size and inserted the 2x4s. I actually have to cut these down to a 2x3 size or cut it down so that it does fit in the post. And then I just tacked it with a staple so that it wouldn't fall out. Now it's time to start gluing on our rope. You want to kind of glue it periodically as well, just so that the rope isn't really moving. And you want to put a good amount of glue at the top and the bottom, just in case the cat starts scratching away. So now I did have to go back to the store, which is why I'm wearing something different, because the store closed and I actually ran out of the rope that I was using. Instead of taking 1 or 2 50-foot lengths, it actually wound up taking 5. In order to mark the center of the 2x4, where you will be drilling your pilot hole, put a line from corner to corner on a diagonal and you will get the center. Then drill your pilot hole according to the size bolt you need. Don't drill too big or too small. Here I have 1/4 inch bolts, so I'm drilling a hole slightly smaller. When I'm drilling something that I can't see, sometimes I will pre-drill through the material and then back out the screw so it's sticking through a little bit, and then line up the holes, then screw all the way through and secure the piece. When you're screwing in the bolts, it's easier if you have a hex head driver to drill them in. Otherwise, you have to do it the old-fashioned way with a wrench or pliers. When you're choosing your carpet, you want to choose something that doesn't have a lot of interweaving because you will be drilling it. And when you drill it, sometimes the drill bit will catch on some of the carpet and it will get stuck around the drill bit. I was trying to think of what would be the best way to drill this panel in exactly the same place as the other one because I can't see the measurements. And then I got it. I'll just put one on top of the other, line them up, and then drill through both of them. Finish the assembly and you're done.
Well guys, we finally finished. This is our California cat condo, and it looks kind of like a movie star's home. And well, hopefully our cat will like it just as much as I do. I think it would be a great piece of furniture. It doesn't look like a typical cat house, and we'll see what she thinks. So this is the original cat house that I bought, or cat tree, or whatever it is. I don't know what to do with this part. The cat doesn't even fit on this, and she barely fits on this. It's a little bit flimsy, and this is just kind of made out of a really thin material, and it looks a little, kind of professional, I guess, but the cat can't even fit in here. I also agree. So this is the one that we made. Obviously you can see it's a lot more sturdy than the other one was. It's a lot bigger. I mean, look at the size of how big this one is, but it fits the cat, and it even fits, get in there, it even fits the dog.
No.
So this is kind of, I guess, a multi-purpose California condo. Let's see what she thinks. So this is the little lion. She doesn't quite look like a lion right now, but we do usually shave her down. It's a little bit cold right now where we are, so she's got kind of her full hair like she normally does. Let's see how she likes it.
I'm the little lion. Don't judge me. What is this?
Well guys, that's our video on how to make a giant cat house for your giant cat. If you have any questions about the cat house, feel free to let us know. Don't forget to actually download the downloadable PDF on how to make this particular cat house. We also have a just kind of the plans on the cat house and the measurements that I used, as well as the lumber layouts, so that you can get your own shopping list together and make your own cat house. I'll tag a picture of one I did similar for my dog. Don't forget to share and subscribe.